Hello and welcome to a quick little guide on how to beat Risk of Rain easily. Now, as you can see, I'm using the command artifact and nothing else, just for ease and simplicity of this walkthrough. I'm also not on the hardest difficulty. As you can see, there are a couple of items up on the screen right now, and these are kind of going to be your core build to playing Commando, the first class in the game. And these items have a lot of synergy with each other and also with the Commando. So, as you can see right now, all I'm doing is just trying to get some gold, and this early in the game without anything, any other artifacts on, it's pretty easy, and I'm just gonna fast forward through a couple of parts because it's kind of boring just to watch me run around and shoot one enemy at a time. And I got pretty lucky getting this red chest right off the bat. You don't usually see that too much, but first thing I get is the Wicked Ring, and what that does is for every critical strike that you get, it reduces the cooldowns of your abilities by 1 second, not counting your first ability for most characters. And to build off of the Wicked Ring, you want to get the Lensmaker's Glasses, and what that does is it gives you bonus critical strike chance. It stacks up to 14 times, giving you 100% critical strike chance. It really works well with the Wicked Ring. And again, right here I get a large chest, but no luck with the red, and I just get the green. I want to get the Predatory Instinct for my first green because I'm lacking on attack speed, and attack speed just means more damage output. So, more damage equals being able to kill things faster, and you'll live a lot longer that way. Alright, and you saw me kind of skip that 25 gold chest at first because I did see the larger chest down below, and you want to get the larger chests first because they usually do offer the better items. And you just want to keep stacking that Lensmaker's Glasses, just because the more crits you get, the lower your cooldowns are and the faster your attack speed is with Predatory Instinct. And Predatory Instinct, while it is active, you do actually get larger crit chance. Now, Crowbar is another good item on the Commando, but it's not in my list of items because it's not necessary. And what Crowbar does is deals more damage to enemies with above, I believe it's 75 or 80% health. So enemies with a lot of health, it'll do a lot more damage to them right off the bat. And as you can see, I did fail that chest right there twice in a row. With those ones, you don't want to get those early on in the game because there is a chance that they could fail. You could end up losing hundreds of gold just starting the game, and you don't want to do that if there are chests around, because a chest is a guaranteed item, but these I think they're called totems. They don't have guaranteed items. It's more of a chance thing. And as you can see so far, I've failed it 3 times. 4 times now. See how I said it can be a waste of money. If I would have failed that 4 times in a row right off the bat, I would have missed out on about 3 items. And that would have been missing out on a Wicked Ring, a Lensmaker's Glasses, and Predatory Instincts. I probably would have been dead by now because I couldn't kill any enemies. And one little trick to Risk of Rain is just because enemies are off the screen doesn't mean that you can't hit them. And you just saw me fail that totem a 5th time. And early on in the game, for I'm gonna say the first 20 to 30 minutes in the game before the game starts getting too hard, the Captain's Brooch will be a lot more useful than any other item because it gives you the ability to just say, hey, I need an item right now, and you can get that item. It does cost more than chests that you will find in the terrain, but it's definitely worth it just to get one extra item every little over 2 minutes. As you can see, as I'm fast forwarding through everything, it is actually getting very easy to kill all these enemies even when they're bunched up like this. And I did pick up a 56 leaf clover because that gives me a chance to get items from elite mobs. They will drop an item chest on death if they are an elite mob. I'm not sure, can't remember what the percentage chance that is. I believe it's 4% for the first 56 leaf clover, and it adds 1.5% chance for every subsequent 56 leaf clover. So that should stack to 100% at about 65 of the 56 leaf clovers. And you can see that I'm activating Captain's Brooch whenever I can, just because I want the chest. It gives you more chests if you just activate it right when the cooldown is off. And right there, if you missed it, I did get an item drop from an elite mob already from just 2 56 leaf clovers, or I believe I only have one right there, so just with a 4% chance to get the item from the 56 leaf clover, it already is paying off. I got a green chest, which is very good, so I got to get 2 more 56 leaf clovers. That'll help out in the long run. And as you can see, with only a couple of items just from the chests and 2 Captain's Brooches, I'm able to kill all of those enemies pretty easily. A lot of that goes to Wicked Ring because I can tumble, and that gives you invincibility frames. So if you keep stacking or keep getting those crits, it'll be a lot easier to be able to roll and get those invincibility frames dodging all those attacks. And I did wait around for a bit to activate Captain's Brooch, because at the end of the level, you're gonna lose all of your gold when you activate the warp pad. So all in all, this is just gonna be the first episode of a couple, and it's a good starting off point for people who don't quite know what to do. And the biggest hurdle to get over is the items, because there's so many, so it really gets confusing. So that'll do it for episode 1 of my Risk of Rain walkthrough, and I'll hope to see you in the next one.